Skol Nation! We are officially in the draft month and things are getting wild in the Twin Cities. The smoke screens are flying, but we just got some inside intel on a move that would absolutely blow the roof off US Bank Stadium. This isn't your typical mock draft fluff. We are talking about a total offensive transformation that nobody saw coming. You need to stay tuned because this changes the entire 2026 outlook. Before we dive into these explosive picks, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Join our Vikings dynasty today and never miss an update. Kenyon Sadiq is the name on everyone's lips as the Vikings are reportedly looking to shock the world at pick 18. Forget the safeties everyone is mocking to us. Kevin O'Connell is eyeing a nightmare matchup who could redefine this offense. This kid is a freakish specimen standing 6'3" and weighing 241 pounds. But here is the kicker. He ran a blistering 4.3940 at the combine and posted a vertical jump that is literally out of this gym. Coming off a junior year at Oregon with 51 catches and 8 touchdowns, his tape is pure electricity. He is a tight end by name, but he plays like a massive wide receiver who can line up anywhere on the field. Imagine a guy who can block like a tackle, but run past corners on a vertical route. The versatility here is off the charts. We are talking about a player who can be in the slot, attached to the line, or even coming out of the backfield to catch screens. Now, I know what you are thinking. We already have TJ Hawkinson and Josh Oliver. Why would we go tight end in the first round? Well, when you look at Hawkinson's contract situation and his upcoming free agency in 27, this is a chess move by the front office. They are looking for the best player available to create a three-headed monster that no defensive coordinator in the North can stop. But adding a weapon like this is only half the battle. If you think the offense is getting a makeover, wait until you hear about the absolute gem Brian Flores, found for the secondary in the second round. This pick is a dream fit for our defensive scheme, and he is a total ball hawk who fought through hell to get here. The real question is, can we actually land both of these guys without trading away our future assets? The Vikings are playing a high-stakes game right now, and the board is shifting faster than we can keep up. If Sadiq is the pick at 18, it signals a massive shift in how this team wants to attack defenses vertically. But the draft does not end on night one. There is a specific defensive standout who might be the most underrated player in this entire class, and he is heading straight for Minnesota in round 2. Traden Stukes is the ultimate Brian Flores player, and the Vikings are locked in on him for the 49th pick. This young man's story is incredible. He started as a walk-on at Arizona and worked his way up to being a team captain. That kind of grit is exactly what we need in the locker room. Stukes is a 6'1" defensive back with elite 4.33 speed, making him one of the most versatile athletes in this secondary class. After a brutal ACL tear in 2024, he didn't just come back, he dominated the field. He recorded 4 interceptions last year and earned a massive 90.4 coverage grade from PFF. Whether you want him as a slot corner or a hard-hitting strong safety, he can do it all. He met with coach Gerald Alexander and the vibe was instant. The coaching staff is obsessed with his fluid movement and his ability to play downhill as a run defender. He has 12 career tackles for loss, showing he isn't afraid to get his hands dirty in the trenches. The Vikings front office knows that getting him at 82 is a pipe dream, so they are prepared to pull the trigger early to secure this lockdown playmaker. This isn't just about depth. It is about finding a starter who can take away the opponent's best weapon. Stukes brings that Arizona heat to the cold north, and his highlight reel interceptions prove he has the ball skills we have been missing. But even with the secondary fixed, there's a massive hole right in the middle of our offensive line that needs immediate attention. The team is looking for a technician who hasn't allowed a single sack in 2 years. This next prospect is the key to keeping our quarterback clean and opening up those zone run lanes that O'Connell loves so much. If we can land this interior anchor in the 3rd round, this draft class goes from good to legendary. People are sleeping on the trenches, but the Vikings are making a move to dominate the line of scrimmage once and for all. We are talking about a player with 0 penalties in his senior season. That is the kind of discipline that wins championships in the NFL. The numbers behind this mock draft reveal a very specific strategy from Kwesi Adofo-Mensah. By targeting Sam Hecht in the 3rd round at pick 82, the Vikings are addressing the center position with clinical precision. Hecht is 6'4" and 303 pounds, which might seem light to some, but his athletic profile is perfect for our zone blocking scheme. Here's a stat that will blow your mind. Hecht played 2 full seasons as the starter at Kansas State and wasn't charged with a single sack. Not one. That is elite-level protection. He also went through his entire senior season without a single penalty. Imagine the stability he brings compared to the revolving door we've seen at times. He has the footwork of a dancer and the power to anchor against those massive 350-pound nose tackles in our division. If Heck comes in, he is immediately competing with Blake Brandel and Michael Juergens for that starting spot, and most insiders believe he wins it on day one. But the draft haul doesn't stop there. At pick 97, the Vikings are looking at Dante Corleone, famously known as the Godfather. This man is a massive human being at 6'1" and 335 pounds. He is a pure run-stuffing explosive force. In his first 3 seasons, he racked up 9.5 sacks and 60 quarterback pressures. Now, he did have a dip in production last year due to an ankle injury and some medical concerns regarding blood clots. But if his medical's clear, he is the steal of the draft. Think about the scenarios here. If the Vikings hit on all 4 of these picks, they address the tight end position for the future, find a versatile chess piece for the secondary, secure a decade-long starter at center, and find a massive nose tackle to anchor the defense. That is how you build a dynasty. If Corleone returns to his peak form, Brian Flores has a monster in the middle that frees up our edge rushers to go hunt. However, if the medicals don't check out, the Vikings might have to pivot to someone like Big Citrus Orange. The draft board is a living, breathing thing, and these scenarios could change if a team above us gets desperate for a weapon like Sadiq. We have to be ready for anything when the clock starts ticking in 3 weeks. The Vikings are sitting in a power position to reload this roster with elite talent. Look, I have been following this team through the highs and the lows, and this mock draft feels different. It is a bold, high-ceiling strategy that shifts away from safe picks. Taking Kenyon Sadiq at 18 is a statement that the Vikings want to be the most dangerous passing offense in the league. Even with Hawkinson on the roster, you cannot pass up a guy with 4.3 speed at tight end. It creates a matchup nightmare that no linebacker can cover. I love the aggressive pursuit of Traden Stukes in the second round, too. We need that dog mentality in the secondary, and a guy who fought from walk-on to captain has that in spades. My insider feel tells me that Sam Hecht is the most important pick of this bunch. You cannot win in this league without a center who can direct the traffic and keep the interior pocket clean. Getting him in the 3rd round would be a massive win for O'Connell. And let's be real, if the Godfather Dante Corleone is there at 97, you take that risk every single time. His power is undeniable, and he fills a literal massive hole in our defense. This draft could be the foundation of a championship run if these guys hit their potential. It is about building a roster that is versatile, fast, and physically dominant at the point of attack. I'm all in on this vision for the future of the purple and gold. This draft could truly change the course of Vikings history. Are you ready to see Kenyon Sadiq tearing up the field in Minnesota? Or do you think we should stick to a traditional safety at pick 18? I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Is the Godfather the missing piece for our defense? Tell me what you think about this 3-round haul. Your opinion matters to the Skol community. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more exclusive Vikings content, do not forget to smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Most importantly, if you haven't already, subscribe right now and turn on those notifications. We are going to be covering every single move of the draft, and you do not want to be the last to know when the pick is in. We are building something special here, and we want you to be part of the journey every step of the way. Thanks for watching, stay loud, and as always, Skol Vikings. See you in the next one, when we reveal more behind-the-scenes secrets from the draft room. This season is going to be legendary.